Welcome to the Dummy Plug Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to the Dummy Plug Podcast. I'm Gainer79. Joining me on the podcast tonight is actually Asuka.
Still laughing about what happened before we started this. I'm sorry, skip me.
And General Iowa.
Blackhawks still haven't lost the lead yet. It's a miracle.
Okay, then. All right. Now, due to some technical difficulties involving the 13th Angel, episode 13 is kind of gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
So welcome to episode 14, where we are going to review 2014, the year, and what we can look forward to in 2015, the year of Shinji.
5 stars.
The end of the world.
Yes, prepare
Answer
for End of Ava. It's happening. Now, Iowa, since this is your doing,
Oh, my doing. Thanks.
yeah, this was your doing.
No, this was my computer's doing.
So where do you want to lead off with this 2014 retrospective of ours?
Well, we kind of have to start it at ASEN, to be completely honest. Or, well, I mean, we could start a couple months before when I got back in touch with actually Asuka, and, you know, the insanity train gained speed, because instead of just the two of us, we now had cohorts for our insanity finally.
Also, real quick, speaking of cohorts, shout out to Reagan and Chadwick Egan, which is his real name, and you should only ever address Chadwick Egan as Sir Chadwick.
Wait, is that Random Chad?
Yeah, no, Chad, like Chad.
Chad.
He's
Chad,
Random Chad to me.
Chad. They go to all Kamal and I's panels always, even if there's only one person that's not them in it. And they're great cosplay partners. It was awesome to hang out with them at Collision. So if you guys are listening, thanks so much. You guys are the best. I like hanging out with you.
All right, then. Party, keep calm and party on. All right. So, yeah, let's go back to ASEN, if we will. What the hell happened at ASEN?
Oh my god, so much.
Let's see.
I was not allowed to enjoy my breakfast. That's what I remember.
Yeah, Asuka couldn't enjoy her breakfast.
Yeah, you couldn't enjoy your breakfast. I forgot my keys at 4 a.m.
Unit 2 inhaled way too much resin.
Unit 2 almost died.
We had a really bad, start time, which I'm still bent about.
Yeah, that was
I liked where we had our panel rooms for once, but, I would have liked to have had it later in the day or Saturday.
Hopefully that gets rectified this year.
God, I hope so, or somebody's going to die.
Don't say that.
And, well, I mean, I think, honestly, of all the stuff that happened, and I mean, this is including Gaynor inhaling copious amounts of, Capri Sun.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Me walking around with like a 2.5-pound jar of peanuts going, would you like to hold my nuts? For the majority, and just making my nut jokes for the majority of the weekend.
Jesus.
Us getting like a kick-ass hotel room in the executive wing, which was ballin'.
We got to thank Tick for that one, man.
Yeah, our friend Tick got that room, and like when I figured this out last year, I was like, there is something, and he likes me. And
all hail Shinji.
Yeah, all hail Shinji. But I think the biggest thing was Thursday afternoon when I passed out the T-shirts to Unit 2 and Asuka. And
we wore them?
Yeah. That was like the best thing ever. It really was. And I truly mean that.
Let me make sure that when we post this that there is a picture of us wearing our super cute shirts, because there is a picture that exists and it is super cute. Let me find it.
I'm pretty sure I have one too, but
yeah, you have.
I think you took it.
Oh yeah, I probably did.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm working on plans for another person to get one of them.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, how are the shirts coming along for our new panel?
What, you mean for ASEN?
Yes, for the next ASEN, because goddamn, we're going.
They'll be fine, dude. They only took about a week to get to me last time, anyways.
Party on.
So it won't take me long, but I've got someone in mind that we know that we all really like that I want to get them one as well. And
Who's
since
that?
I know that they're going to the con at the end of the month, I'll be able to give it to them then.
Who was that?
Sammy.
Oh, yeah, Sammy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I asked Sammy, what they wanted, and they've replied, so we're going to work on that.
All right, then.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to work on is the merchandising wing.
Yeah, I've been saying that for like 8 months now, and nobody seems to want to listen to me.
Again, 2015 is, hey, every year we can grow, we can add new stuff in, okay?
All right.
The fact that, hey, again, we'll get to this part later, but the fact that periodically through 2014, like, lucky things kept happening to us, so, it's a good year. But ASEN, just, being able to hang with you and Asuka and Unit 2 and just everybody for like a whole weekend was just ballin'. You know what? That might be my favorite ASEN, honestly, ever.
All right. Well, let's see. What else happened that year? We went to Anime Iowa.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got drunk, went to a hentai panel.
You got drunk.
Well, we drank.
I drank.
Went to the hentai panel.
Oh, my God. Asuka, if you go to Anime Iowa this year, you have to go to this panel with us.
Please come to Anime Iowa with us.
Yes, just
okay.
see.
We need people to fill the room.
Yeah, just
okay.
Well, it's
Bring
not
them
only
all.
that, but it's just it's a great party atmosphere. B, Greg Ayers is always there, like without fail.
I feel like Greg Ayers is at like every Midwest convention now.
He is legitimately at Anime Iowa every year, and he's still the nicest guy. Yes. And who knows, maybe Lucas will show up again.
Oh God, Lucas! I actually ran into Lucas after Iowa, because I was at the arcade, and big shout outs to Galloping Ghost Arcade because those guys are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They had just at the time they had just started their subreddit for the arcade, and like the place was jam packed, which was awesome. And then Lucas shows up, and I introduce him to the owner because the owner makes video games, and Lucas obviously being a voice actor, and I know for a fact that because Lucas said he worked on like the Lego video game and some other stuff, and I can't really go into many more details of. And yeah, it was a great. I was glad to show somebody like that one of my favorite places in the world, and I can't wait to go again. Which, speaking of which, Iowa, this pertains to you and me. So, we're still waiting on some confirmation about a convention, but the day before that convention, which would be January 30th...
I know.
...is a Friday.
Yeah, I know. I'm planning on it.
If you'd like to meet me in Iowa, come out to Galloping Ghost Arcade on Friday the 30th of January, and you can play video games with us. See if you can beat my world records.
Oh, hell no. I know I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
And if you wanna meet me and Kamal, I guess we're fun. We'll be at Purdue Comic Con that weekend. So.
They are doing a Comic Con? Cool.
It sounds like it. But if not, we'll be at Ichicon. So.
Is it a one day or is it the whole weekend?
We have no idea. We have no information other than the fact that it exists.
Because if it's a 3-dayer, I might be half tempted to come to day 3, honestly, and then head back to Iowa.
Oh my God, that would be so out of your way, though.
Not really. You'd already be in Chicago.
I'm already in Chicago. West Lafayette's not that far. It really isn't.
True.
True that.
Also, I may be in limbo at Costco at the time, so who knows?
I was going to say.
Well, no, because there's apparently, like, seasonal gets let go after a certain point, and then they figure out when they want them to come back, so I can dictate when I go back.
Or you could try to find a job out here and move here.
Still going to school. May do so after degree is gotten.
Transfer your
Continue
credits.
talking. I'm a BRB for 2 seconds. Keep podcasting.
I love how we're just having a random conversation in the middle of our podcast. Anyway.
We have we have legitimate time skips.
Yeah.
Well, between cons, I should say, because...
Well, yeah, because we don't do much between cons except work our asses to death.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair... Asuka and Unit 2 and myself did Anime Midwest, and you didn't because you couldn't go.
Well, yeah, that's right. Because I forget the reason I couldn't go.
I think A, you didn't want to go, and B, you had some other obligation to do.
Oh wait, what the hell did I? When the hell?
Oh, wouldn't that have been one of didn't you have like a big thing you had to go work at?
Oh yeah, because it was in what was it?
Fourth of July weekend.
Yeah, it was 4th of July weekend. There was no way in hell I could get out of that.
No, exactly. I knew there was no way you could do it. Honestly, I had fun at that, but we are going to hold off on certain details about that.
Yeah.
Because A, I would prefer Asuka to do it, and then after that, B, I'm going to share what I did, because I don't think I've actually... If I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, because there's actually a picture of this as proof. And I will describe how I felt when I figured this out. Like, I'm still kicking myself over something, but when Asuka describes it, I will, like, after Asuka is done, I will say what, how I felt, and this is just going to sound like the cheesiest thing ever, so.
All right, well, anyway, while we're waiting for Asuka, what else did we do? Because, other than making the site pretty awesome, because we did that.
Well, I mean, we started the podcast.
Yeah, that's right, we got the podcast.
We got 12 episodes in, 8 months or so?
Technically 13, but that one got lost.
Yeah, that one's been lost to the
angels.
To the angels. Damn angels.
Damn those angels.
But yeah, I mean, we've done 12 podcast episodes that are, available to listen to on the website or on iTunes.
Yep.
We did a on-site one at Anime Iowa, which I still, absolutely loved.
Yeah, and that was actually the whole reason we were waiting for approval for Ace in 2015.
Yeah, because, someone decided to not be quite so clear on, what he was intending to do.
It's not that I wasn't clear, it's they didn't understand it.
Well, okay, but still, you probably could have said something to where...
I did! That was kind of the problem.
Oi.
I had to physically explain it to whoever was in charge of this.
We are going to record it, but we are not doing it live, so no Wi-Fi's needed, none of that.
Yeah, that was anyway. So yeah, it's if you guys want to be part of our podcast, come see us at Anime Central 2015,
and hopefully Anime Iowa 2015 and BrahmanCon 2015.
And God knows, and if we win the lottery, every other con that we could ever go to.
Still working. Seriously, if I hit the lottery in the next couple months, we're doing AX, we're doing Otakon.
Dude, if I hit the lottery on Friday, we're going to go to every freaking con we can possibly go to.
Well, we need to do the big ones. We need the exposure. I mean, that's seriously the thing. If we get exposure, that is the priority right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, for our listeners out there, if we win the lottery, we will let you guys know, and you tell us where do you want us to go.
And I'm still showing up in sneakers, jeans, and a T-shirt, because I'm not dressing up. I don't care if I've got money. Nuts to your dressing up tactics, America.
I was going to say, throw on an Evangelion T-shirt and let's do this.
Well, I need to get a couple more of those.
Yeah, actually, I have an idea for something, and I need to run it by a certain friend of ours.
Oh, no.
Not Sammy.
No, I didn't think Sammy. I think I know who you're talking about, and this should be hysterical. Is it who I think it is?
I don't know. Who do you think it is? Type it in the chat, Iowa. That's why we have it.
No, I shall not use it.
No, it's actually
Okay, well then... Oh! Not what I was thinking. All right.
Yeah, because the idea I have is kind of interesting.
Oh, no. Oh! You think she'd do them?
If we commission them, I think we could work this out.
Yeah, I mean, she'll want payment, right?
I'm sure if, we did one for ourselves just to kind of promote the idea, we could gauge interest and collect pre-orders.
Okay.
And if she gets enough pre-orders, then she can make them to order.
That works.
And this way there's no waste. Idea. So next time I see her, I will run the idea by her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, I'm going to put something else in the chat.
Okay. I love how our listeners are never going to see any of this chat stuff, which is kind of funny. That.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that.
Let's not talk about that right now.
I didn't expect you to talk about it on the air.
There's nothing I can talk about in regards to that, because even I don't know.
I can neither confirm nor deny everything. Gotcha. All right. It's U.S. government defense. Gotcha.
Exactly. I'm pleading the fifth on this one.
I plead every amendment, even the amendment that talks about senators being inducted in January. Yes. Okay.
Even the one about voting and stuff?
Yes.
Anyway, so what else did we do in 2014 that was pretty cool? We did the website. Iowa, dude. I never got to mention it.
Huh?
The Shinji Ikari Racing Project thing.
Well, thank goodness you're saying this now, and I also mentioned it in the little welcome message that I'm going to have posted up on the front of the website for you lovely people.
Yes. So for our wonderful, lovely listeners, who I'm sure have gotten sick of us chatting already, if you have picked up the latest volume of the Shinji Ikari Racing Project, let's see, that's volume
15.
Yes, volume 15. If you go all the way to the back of that volume in the Misato's Fan Service Center, you can read a nice little letter by yours truly, because I wrote in and they published it.
You had the only letter, too.
I know, right?
I'm really surprised by that.
So the only thing that sucks is they also promoted Ava Geeks, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Well, hey, we win. We're winning more than we're losing, okay?
This is true. So thank you to the staff at Dark Horse Manga for helping us get in your book, and hopefully we will get to interview your staff one day. Like I said,
that'd be nice.
I would, Mr. Carl Horn, if you're listening, I would love to interview you guys. Anyway.
Honestly, I took a picture of your letter in the back of it because they finally got into the Barnes & Noble near me, and I saw that and I was like, yay, so happy.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I think they cut some of it off.
Yeah, I noticed. Is that an Oscar I hear?
It's me. I'm back.
She's alive!
Hey, awesome. So, we've skipped... Well, okay, so we've gone past Asen.
Hold on, I just realized something. And I know nobody on the podcast except for us can see this. Asuka just got back, and look what her name is.
What?
Aha! Oh. Yeah, that's pretty funny. So we've basically covered Asen, so we're gonna bump to Anime Midwest.
Yeah. Ooh, best. Yeah,
that's what we've been waiting on you to tell, and then after you are finished, I have something I would like to say in case I've not said this before.
Yes.
Because I've said it to you, but not to the general public.
All right, guys, you have the floor.
It was Best Con. It was Best Con. It was so much fun.
Why was it Best Con? Why was it fun?
We had really good turnout at our panels, and our panels were really informative, and I talked to a lot of cool people, and Kamal and Best in Show, and it was super rad. Yeah. And I got to see all my friends, and the weather was good, and nobody died, and everything was beautiful.
And you were in a newspaper.
Yeah, that was actually kind of awkward.
And you got to eat breakfast.
Oh my god, I did get to eat breakfast.
Hey, we got 3 newspapers. That was great.
Liz eating breakfast is now a meme.
Okay, so...
No, but I got to eat breakfast.
That's nice. That is very nice. Good. You deserved it. So, first of all, I was at Mitsua's when I found out that, Asuka and Unit 2 had won Best in Show.
Just Unit 2. Just you won. I just helped. You won, though.
I still consider you part of the act.
It's a tag team.
Because a unit is nothing without its pilot.
Oh.
And he is nothing without you.
He is. Oh, careful.
Well, I bet he'd agree with me because I think he would understand what I meant.
I'm gonna ask him.
Oh God damn it!
Iowa says you're nothing without me.
And here comes the hate mail.
I'm pretty sure. I wish I could say we got mail, but I haven't checked.
Nah, I just checked again. Still nothing.
Third person limited is typing. No, but Midwest was just so much fun, and everyone was so nice, and
I met some awesome people while I was there too, like Ray and the Shinji and Kaoru cosplayers who were running around.
Kamal says, tell Iowa that he's a state.
He's a state?
Hey! I'm a big state too. Oh.
Anyway.
But okay, so time for me to be serious, and I'm breaking character because I did that a lot in July for various reasons. So first of all, when I was at Mitsuya and I found out that they had won, the first thing I did was start searching for UCC coffee because I had to get my hands on that for the two of them. And then secondly, what's that?
I still haven't drank mine. I'm waiting for a special occasion.
Nice, but secondly. And this is the serious and cheesy and emotional part. So I'm apologizing in advance to everyone.
Never apologize,
including you two.
Just do it already.
I have never had such happiness and such pride in someone I have known like I did that day when you two won. And I could not wait to get back to the con so I could see you two, and because we had this talk, I had this talk with you two, and I told you how proud I was and how happy I was and how amazing I thought you two were for winning and for doing such a great job with it.
Oh, shut up.
All aboard the field train.
Shut up.
It's the truth. You guys did something that I have never had the courage, nor the time, nor the ability to do in cosplay and in winning.
It's scary. Having now competed myself, I can tell you firsthand that it's absolutely terrifying. I don't know how Kamal does it, so.
I don't know. I honestly don't know either. I still want to try it at some point this year, and I still think I will. But yeah.
Shit is scary.
Yeah, but I am still so proud of you two. Because every time I think about that, it brings a smile to my face.
Oh.
I honestly wish I am going to kick myself that I was not there.
No,
I really
it's fine.
will.
It's fine.
I will kick myself because I regret that, because it would have been awesome to be there and just,
You know what must be done? We must get the entire podcast group together and do a group Evangelion cosplay.
No, Unit 2 is retired. Unit 2 is retired.
Who said he had to be Unit 2?
Oh, who else would he be? He hates Shinji.
He could be Hyuga for all I care.
Oh my god.
Does that mean I can be Aoba and cry?
Yes, you could be Aoba.
Can I cry in the corner?
No.
Damn it. Why not? He's the one who cries like a little bitch as he goes out.
It's true.
Oh.
I don't know who I would be. We'll gotta see if I lose weight by then.
But yeah, no, Midwest was best con.
Yeah, Midwest was a amazing weekend. It really was. Even though I had to deal with my one friend who is.
Oh no.
Look, I love Erin, but she's bipolar and she can get really angry really quickly. And having to deal with her for an entire weekend was a chore. It really was.
I really hope she doesn't listen to the podcast.
Nice.
She got into it. I am being nice. She knows this. She's admitted this. She got into a yelling match with Sammy over something stupid. And we had to physically restrain Erin just because of this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
God, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. All right, so.
Yeah, moving along, because now we're past the mushy stuff and the fighting. I hope. Let's see. We did ASIN. We've done Iowa. We've done Midwest. What the hell else did we do in 2014?
Well, that's
Ramen Con.
Oh yeah, Ramen Con.
And Collision. Yeah. Our Theta was active this year.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever went more than 2.5-3 months without a con.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys had a regular schedule.
Yeah.
We did. We did ASIN, Midwest. ASIN, then a month and a half, then Midwest, then a month and a half, and then Ramen Con, and then 2.5 months, and then Collision.
Yeah.
And I loved it, but I hated it. I loved doing that, and I would love to make more stuff. I made my first cosplay this year, like the first one I ever made from the ground up. So that was really rad.
Your Brave one?
Yeah, I was married at Collision.
Yeah, the four of you did just an amazing job with your
We were
archers.
archers, for people that don't know. We were archers, and Kamal was the sniper from Team Fortress 2.
And, oversized bow for the win.
Yeah, Cheegan, Commander Cheegan was, I'm just going to call him Chad by all of his embarrassing nicknames. Oh. Chad, from here on, I'm only ever going to refer to you by names of your Mass Effect multiplayer characters. All of his Mass Effect multiplayer characters, to his credit, are named, variations on his Twitter handle, which is Cheegan, Chad Egan. And it's Lord Cheegan, it's just so funny. They're great. All of mine are named after Moonbase Alpha memes. But Chadwick was, Hawkeye. And,
yep.
He got a stupid comment about his Hawkeye costume that he didn't deserve, and it made me very upset. Someone called him lazy because he did comic book Hawkeye, but his costume was perfectly accurate, so, hop off.
Oh my god, who cares? God, who
yeah.
cares?
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
And then Reagan. Sorry, I know your cosplay alter ego. It's so cool. Reagan's cool. Reagan was Speedy, who I think is from DC, but I'm probably a liar.
Yeah, that's Red Arrow. So.
Yeah.
It's Speedy
Green
from
Arrow.
No. Speedy is only referred to as Speedy in the Teen Titans TV show. In the other rest of the universe, I believe he's Red Arrow.
It was Girl Speedy.
Nerd.
Like, I forget their name, but yeah, Girl Speedy. And our group was really awesome, and I was really proud of that because everybody looked so good, and also I was really proud of myself for making things. Yeah.
That Facebook status you did was still absolutely hysterical.
Which one?
The one of you.
God.
The one of you getting that question.
I was playing. I'll tell the story. I was playing Trivia Crack. Like, we all discovered Trivia Crack at the same time, and we were having, like, some downtime in the hotel room, and all of us, all 4 of the members of our Theta, were laying in the hotel room in separate places, playing each other in Trivia Crack, and, like, occasionally talking shit at each other, like, across the room. Like, I would get something right, and be like, Chad would get something wrong, and I'd get the notifications like, Chad Egan has answered a question wrong. It's your turn. I'd be like, oh, is that so, iPhone? Is that so? Did Chad do something wrong? Was he wrong? And it was really bad and fun. But I got the question. I'm sitting there in cosplay, and I get the question, what color is Merida's hair in the Disney movie Brave? And I sat there like,
That picture of you was just fucking hysterical.
Oh, wait. Speaking of pictures, Asuka, I just found that picture that Reagan had of you in Unit 2 with the shirts on.
Oh, no, I shared it so you would find it.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
And directly under that is somebody posting something about how cold it is outside, and I have to laugh at it.
It is so cold.
Because it's like, Elsa cosplayers be like, the cold never bothered me. Holy black on a popo, it's cold outside.
Yeah, I would have dared any of those Elsa cosplayers to go out last night and tell me, oh, no, it's not cold. Yeah,
let it go.
Oh, my God.
No! I've not seen that movie. I refuse to see that movie.
Neither have I.
What did you guys do between Anime Midwest and now?
Worked to death.
We did Anime Iowa, and
I was going to say, personal life stuff counts.
Yeah,
I went to a wedding in Blue Harbor, Wisconsin? Is that what it's called? I went to a wedding at something Harbor, Wisconsin, north of Milwaukee. That place is gorgeous. They have their own indoor water park, and I got a free pass into it. That was ballin'.
Guys, I have an important news update.
What's up?
What's up?
My dog is snoring. It's not like a loud, it's just like a very quiet, like a... Oh, poor
Doggy
congested puppy. Yeah, the dog went to doggy daycare today, so she is pooped. Totally pooped.
Oh dear.
Poop, poop, poop.
Honestly, I haven't really been doing much except for work and school and the occasional con and doing the podcast stuff.
I made a costume and I finished my senior thesis and now I'm a second semester senior.
You need to send that to me when you can.
No, I ended up not doing what I said. I ended up doing it on
what are you
queer
doing?
I'd already did it. It's turned in. I did being queer in the Catholic Church.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still might want to do it. Yeah, why not?
It was alright. Whatever. I passed.
And now Gaynor is broken. Fantastic.
Oh, I gotta share something with you. I'm gonna share it on your timeline on Facebook so you can see this. Because oh my God, what the fuck?
Well,
anyway, cosplay.
I'm still okay. So I'm going to.
I just hope you get this.
I'm going to break this news right here because I've told you two what I plan on doing, but I'm going to break this news. All right, so basically, I'm going to cosplay this year finally.
Holy shit! You didn't tell me this.
Oh, I must have only told Kamal and Asuka.
Well, what the hell are you cosplaying as? We need details.
I'm gonna try to do Steven Stills from Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, I still don't know who that is.
I hate you so much right now.
Don't forget.
Wait, who did you say? One more time. Who did you say?
Steven Stills.
Yeah.
Remember, because I was trying to figure out how our Theta could get in on this madness.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is because I've never
You've
seen
never
Scott
read
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, have you?
No, I haven't.
Go read it. Stop being lazy.
I'm sorry, I'm reading more important things, like Evangelion manga.
I've seen that before. That's still funny. Dude, seriously, just go read it, okay? It's seriously one of the best.
Just give us the damn picture, because I have no idea who you're talking about.
Fine.
Well, while he Googles, let's move on to this is the perfect segue. What are we looking forward to in 2015?
All right, 2015.
Our Theta is presenting a new panel in 2015. We're not sure when, but Kamal will be bringing you hopefully it's, at some point this year. It might be late next year, or this year. Holy hell, it's 2015. The spring is going to be relatively quiet for our cosplay group, primarily because we are all graduating this semester. Which is fantastic, and we're all trying to work out our real adult lives. But you can count on more updates from me and Unit 2, because our big news is that we're moving in! Yay!
Holy shit!
Woo!
Now there will no longer be any excuse for him not to be on this podcast.
We're like, we your apartment. Why? Craft room. Craft room. There needs to be a room for the sewing machine. Yeah. And Kamal is trying to bring to life his physics of giant fighting robots panel, which I'm looking very much forward to. My dog just barked in her sleep.
I'm also looking forward to that too. Like, I cannot wait for him to do that.
I know a lot of people who would be very interested in that panel.
Yeah, exactly.
So if and when it happens, by all means, tell me. And I will spread the word like wildfire.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm trying to think, do I have any... Oh, we do have cosplay plans for 2015 that I can announce.
Yay!
Kamal just finished Gurren Lagann, like 6 years late.
Wait, is he going to be like Unit 2 sized Gurren Lagann? Because that would be awesome.
He's going to be Kamina, and I'm going to be Yoko.
Damn, I was hoping for a full-size fucking Gurren
Go!
Asuka, I love you as a friend. I love Unit 2 as a friend, but I still can't stand that show. But I will still support you.
That's fine.
Still not as bad as Anime Iowa when I looked out the window and I screamed, and Gaynor and Nick and Casey all looked at me and went, "What is going on?" And I said, "I saw Gundam Wing cosplay," and they just laughed at me. Damn you, Gundam Wing!
I still don't know what you have against Gurren Lagann and Gundam Wing, but let's not get into that right now.
I could go into. I almost started a riot in 2011 over this. Remember?
Oh yeah.
No, we don't have evidence of that, do we? Damn.
I'm glad we don't.
Yeah, probably not. Well, we've been accepted to ASEN for the panel again.
Yeah, shocking. So we're waiting on confirmations of scheduling and such. But Revolution of Evangelion, our wonderful panel, will be there, and we will be doing the Dummy Plug podcast, recording. So join us.
And then there. I personally have applied for Anime Iowa and RamenCon again to get approved. So as soon as something comes up on those two, trust me, letting everybody know. So we can kind of do the 3-state tango. Yes.
Yeah. Right now, what else?
Honestly, I'd like to. Honestly, at some point, maybe 2016, expand, or whenever we get the monetary funds.
Yes.
Because if we get the ability to, we're going to go coast to coast, like Space Ghost.
Oh, that was another thing that's in the long-term goals for our Theta is AX, which is probably not going to happen this year, just because.
Yeah. Things.
Graduating is expensive, and getting our lives together is expensive. So once everything is settled, I think 2016 is going to be our goal year for AX.
Yeah, honestly, I wonder, does Southwest fly out there?
I would imagine.
Dude, it's LA.
I'm gonna just take Southwest because I can just drive to Des Moines to get a flight out for
fly to Chicago.
Yeah, technically I could
drive to Chicago.
Yeah, I could just drive to Chicago and dump my car somewhere. We could all just go together on the same
flight. Dump my car somewhere like my house because I live right by Midway Airport. So
really?
Oh yeah, they fly out of Midway.
I live like 15 minutes away from Midway.
Bitchin'.
Not even.
My old stopping grounds.
Yeah, that's where all of the anime people in Chicago are from, actually.
I know,
they're all from either Carol Streams. Hey, Eric, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry we didn't get to go to Red Robin tonight. There's a whiteout. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, no kidding.
I went to go get bagels this afternoon, and it took an hour. It was so scary.
Oh, my God. I hate the state of Iowa for snowstorms.
I like snow, but there's a difference between snowstorm and it is snowing. And today it was a snowstorm. But
today was blow the fuck out of the storm or the snow.
No, everyone either lives in Carol Stream Villa Park or they live in Midway. Nobody lives anywhere in between. They either live in the far northwestern suburbs or in the immediate south suburbs. It's so weird.
I know, right?
Yeah, there's so many people that I want to meet and do group cosplay with that live around here, but I'm way too shy to talk to any of them.
Speaking of, funny shit. I found out somebody from our forums over at rebuildofevangelion.org lives in the same area as I do and works at my local Walmart.
What, really? Who?
Darth Ikari.
What Wait, he's out there now?
I guess he's like, dude, I work at the Walmart in Orland Hills, and I'm like, dude, that's my Walmart.
I thought he was still over here in Iowa.
I guess not.
You need to go talk to him.
I don't even know what he looks like.
Wait,
what am I gonna do? Go parade around Walmart for an hour with my rebuild shirt on?
Why the hell not? He might recognize you.
Good point. I'm almost kind of scared if somebody recognizes me. Like, I'm really concerned about that because, like, I've had some. Let's just say I've had some odd experiences with fans in the past. Not necessarily Ava fans, because, you know, I love you guys, but, no, like, when I was doing the Prove Me Wrong panel a couple of years ago, I had this...
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I ever told this story, because when we
What's Prove Me Wrong? I've never been.
Oh, yes. Prove Me Wrong is a panel that me and some other friends started, where we basically take some of the, you know, most well-known, quote-unquote, anime out there and tell people what we don't like about them.
Like, this sucks, prove me wrong.
Well, yeah, it's not that simple, but we we give detailed explanations.
Are you trying to die? Weeboos hate when you do stuff like that.
Oh,
I've actually argued with George on a series before too, so.
Right. No. Like, yeah, please. One of my most famous fights is I got into it with this girl the first time we ever did this panel about Mobile Suit Gundam.
The original one?
The original series, yes.
Again, I like the original Gundam, but, you know, it's not for everyone.
No, it's not even that. It's like, I just had this issue about, like, how the main protagonists across the Universal Century Timeline are so cut and paste, you could stick them in any one of them.
Yeah,
and this girl took offense to it, because I guess I was, like, really... I don't know. It was a thing. So there was. Yeah,
that does sound like a thing. Well, your theory is almost correct, except if you bump to Zeta and then Char's counterattack with Amuro, then the chain kind of breaks.
But the point is, you could pretty much take him out of any series and put him.
Yeah, you really could.
But that wasn't even the weirdest moment I've ever had with this panel. The weirdest moment I ever had with this panel, and I should have brought this up when we did the Tales of Con Horror back in October.
Well, you could always save it for episode 2.
I could, but I kind of want to do it now because it needs to be told.
Okay, go for it.
So when it wasn't like the first time I'd done the panel, but after I got done doing the panel, I had another panel scheduled for that day that I was doing, and this girl, like, random, like, I'm talking to some friends of mine before my panel starts, and this random girl comes up to me, and she's like shaking like a leaf, like, and she's clutching this giant stick of Pocky that we had given out at the other panel. And she just comes up to me, like, taps me on the shoulder. I turn around, I'm like, "Hi, what can I do for you?" And she's like, "I really, really like your panel." And she's just like shaking. I'm like, "Am I some kind of big celebrity that I don't know about?" And she kind of hands me the giant Pocky stick and runs off. And I don't see her again for the rest of the convention. And to this day, I have no idea what was going on. Except, I guess I'm somebody's senpai or something.
Well, to be fair, I mean, let's face it, a lot of anime fans can be extremely nervous talking to other people, and honestly, you being a panelist means you kind of put yourself in your own subsection. As
people celebritize. I don't know if that's a word. People make celebrities out of panelists all the time, and I'm like, I literally just sent an email to someone and they let me do this. I did nothing special to deserve.
Okay, you know, I haven't had any weird like things like that, but I had a moment like that at Anime Midwest. So I forget, I think it was like Friday or Saturday, I was in a line for an autograph of somebody, and I forget who it was, and I noticed that there was somebody doing a cosplay of Master Chief, and he was really tall, and I thought, hey, that's really awesome. So, you know, I had Aaron hold my spot in line somebody hold my spot in line as I ran over to go get his picture, and I took his picture and I thanked him, and then he said, hey, I know you, and I'm like, you do? Yeah, you're the guy who does the Ava panels. I'm like, yeah, I am. Hey, what's up? Like, people recognize me. That was awesome.
I know, right? Like, yeah, that's like the thing. Like, I mean, I haven't been recognized for like the Ava panels yet, but it's kind of just. It was like.
I got recognized for cosplay once.
Well,
I would hope you did.
Yeah, really, because like that's awesome.
I would really hope so. Cause
like we just do panels. You actually like work on things.
Oh, shut up.
Well, that's how we originally met.
Yeah, really.
You were doing cosplay at RamenCon, and like we
Oh,
saw
man.
you, and Kita was dressed as Gendo, so we thought it was a perfect,
Yeah.
Actually, hey,
That's who Kita is. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Kita was Gendo from RamenCon. Yeah, that's Kita.
Okay.
That was the last time he did Gendo, too.
Yeah, so by the way, Asuka, I have to admit this. So that first picture, I actually hit my off button, not my shutter button, so I didn't get a picture of you with Kita. So that's why I found you again and had you hold the flag, because I wanted a picture of you so badly.
You were so shy when I first met you.
I can't believe you were.
You wouldn't, talk to... You were, not looking at me and Kamal. We were like, hi, we liked your panel. And you're like, will you hold this flag? Okay, bye. I was like,
I know, that was really
one of my
goofy
best friends. It's so weird.
Well...
And, I'll never forget it at RamenCon 2013.
And I made you two get away from each other.
No, Emily and Sabrina and, Lauren, and I'm missing one person. Their URL is Sweeney Todd, and I forget what the person's name is. Marissa came up to me, and they were like, are you Cox and Boats on, Tumblr? And I was like, I am. And they were like, can we have your picture? And I was like, yes! And from then on out, Kamal has been calling Emily and company my fan club, and it's super weird because they're my close friends now. I would consider Emily one of my closest friends. I was just, so weird.
Congratulations, you're now Gary Oak.
I also met, Ray/Lilith. I like Lilith. Lilith is a cool name. They've been going by Lilith lately, and I like that. But I met them this year, and that has been a super transformative experience because they're super cool and they teach me a lot of cool things.
That was another part of Midwest.
They're really rad.
Was meeting Ray, because Ray is just awesome.
Yeah, they are.
And even had someone bitching on 4chan.
That was so great.
What have I missed here?
Oh, okay.
This is also the year of me getting posted on CGL. Someone said I
Okay, hold on. We have got to do one thing at a time. First, I will explain what you're talking about.
Okay, so my friend, who is called Lilith, went to a Anime Midwest in this awesome casual had Asuka leggings on and an Asuka jacket and the hat. It was kind of like a casual Asuka cohort. It was super cool. And they were in the lobby of the Hyatt drunk on Saturday, a lot of us were, frankly. And Lilith is a very loud person. Good for them. And someone on 4chan got salty and was like, this ugly Asuka was in the lobby. And in the same thread, someone said, I saw, and I quote, I have it screenshot, I saw an Asuka wearing a plug suit with a deliciously fat ass. And I was like, that me?
Yep, I saw that. I'm like, I know exactly who that is.
That's me. That's me. And that's the highlight of my year is that.
I think the other highlight of Anime Midwest was when I was sitting with Ray and that Shinji and that Kaoru and this other little... It was basically me, the old man, and this group of youngins.
Congratulations, Iowa, you're Fuyutsuki.
I felt really creepy. But I was sitting there, and out of that little, convenience store, cafe, whatever you want to call it, on the Hyatt.
Yeah.
Kaiser Neko walked out of it. And I had a nice 10-minute talk with Kaiser Neko, and that was fucking awesome, because he remembered me the next day when I got Team 4 Stars autographs. He remembered me. I even gave him a business card.
Nice.
I know, right? Yay!
Now if only we could get DBZ Bridge to promote us.
Also, I met Legion from Mass Effect this year, and that was really cool. Oh, he was so cool. DC.
Oh yeah, at RamenCon, right?
Hmm.
Is that where you met him?
Yes.
Nice.
Good God. So as long as we're talking about the future and past here.
The future!
As long as we got the time here, why don't we just do the Collision Con wrap-up? Because I've heard some things.
Well, okay.
Still better than BronyCon.
No, I loved Collision. And I felt so bad for Collision because all of the things that went wrong with Collision were just, hinged around they thought they would have more people going than they did, and the only reason they didn't was because of Anime Zap. That is literally the only reason was because everybody from the Midwest went to Zap instead of Collision, which I don't understand because everybody lives in Chicago. It would have been way easier to go to Collision, whatever.
And the fact that it was also on the worst weekend possible, the day after New Year's Day.
Yeah, which meant that I was doing my cosplay all New Year's Day. My mom and I did nothing else on New Year's Day than
Yeah, your mom's pretty cool for doing that for you.
She's the coolest, and if she's listening, I want her to know that she is the coolest, and thanks for teaching me how to sew, and she's the bomb. But we... no, it was just, like, the dealers... Like, what I will say was, like, the thing that blew me away the most, and I got a beautiful print from one of the dealers. The vendors were amazing. Like, just amazing. Not vendors, the artists, like, in the artist alley, were just unreal. It was so great. Oh, cool, I just realized I washed my jacket with a pin in it, and the pin is okay. That was another thing that I bought.
Nice!
Yeah, and the pin's just fine, so good workmanship. But we, yeah, all of the artists and, like, people selling handmade stuff, it was just unbelievable. There was such cool stuff. I got a really cool Garrus print, and I love my space husband, so, you know. But the dealers part was, like, there were only two, you know those really good dealers that have a bunch of figures and then some anime and some manga out?
Yeah.
All of those only had DVDs out. And, like, as nice as that is, it doesn't make sense to buy anime anymore. Like, especially old anime. Like, it doesn't make sense to buy old anime because it's all online, and it doesn't make sense to buy new anime because it's all on Crunchyroll. Like, it just...
I can think of some very good reasons, actually.
I'm
well, no, I mean, other than collecting, which I totally
that's pretty much
understand.
it for me.
But
There are certain things I have to buy.
Yeah, but people collect figures more than they collect DVDs. Like, I would be quicker to buy a figure than I would be to buy a DVD.
I'm the opposite.
Not this guy.
Yeah.
Have you seen my Ava collection?
What?
Yeah, your Evangelion
I have
DVD collection.
I have the Perfect collection. I have the Platinum collection. I have the director's cuts. I have the movies. I used to have Death. I used to have End of Ava, but I gave that to Unit 2 because why not? Why the hell not? I will find that again. Trust me. I even have Death and Rebirth, even though that's a worthless fucking thing to have.
I have it on VHS.
That's slightly less worthless. The only reason mine's worth anything is because it's signed by a couple people, including Greg. Other than that, remember, kids, Death and Rebirth, shitty movie.
Speaking of awesome things I got on VHS, this is completely outside of the Ava fandom.
What, you mean... Oh, yeah, you mean your inability to get a damn rewound tape?
You know, I didn't even think to check.
Oh, no, don't fucking tell me.
No, I swear to God, no, actually for Christmas, and it was like the most random gift, my sister got this for me, because she was out with her friends, she was at like some thrift store, and for $2.50, she's like, I'm giving this to somebody, I just don't know who. She got me the original Star Wars trilogy special edition on VHS.
For $2.50.
For $2.50.
Wow, that's cheap.
It's on VHS.
By the way, the joke I'm referencing, people, is at conventions, Gaynor and I have been having this really good hot streak of winning free crap. I mean, I don't understand where this is coming from, but we went to a panel where a few people there were slightly, if not extremely intoxicated, shocking. And Gaynor, pick it up.
So every time we went to something where I won a VHS tape at it, none of mine were rewound, but all of Iowa's were.
Yep, every one I got was rewound just fine. Ooh, yeah.
And I would just remember, figuring this out, the Star Wars tapes were rewound because they were unopened.
Oh, I would have laughed if they were unopened and not rewound. That would have been the ultimate fuck you.
God.
So, I was thinking...
But wait, hold on. We're still on Collision here.
Oh, yeah, we're still on Collision. I have a thought for when we're done with Collision.
Okay, so, Asuka, what else? So, we know the artists were good, the dealers were How were the panels?
The panels were low attendance, but it was because both of them were up against big things. First off, mine was on Friday night, and Friday at Collision was dead. We spent 90% of the time we went to, like, dinner, and then we had the Regency Club upgrade, so we just, like, hung out in the Regency Club and in our room and, like, didn't go out because there was no one there. Oh. So I only had one person besides my group at my panel on Friday, which is fine. I will give that panel to no people. I will give that panel to one person if they'll listen. And the person that did listen was very receptive and really awesome, asked really good questions, and her name, I believe, was Emily. I know she was visiting from Australia, and she had the cutest Mako cosplay on Saturday. Oh, she was so precious and such a sweetheart, and I really hope she's listening because I really appreciated that she came to both of the panels. And I'm really looking forward to see if she ends up getting on the forums and contributing because she had some really, really good insights.
Hey, recruiting, awesome.
And then that was the nice thing was of the small amount of people that came, a lot of them seemed, they asked really good questions. They had really good input. And I like that. And then Kamal's panel was in the next room over from something that I wanted to go to really bad. It was a room was playing a game of Hatoful Boyfriend by crowd consensus.
What the hell
which
is
that? Hatoful Boyfriend is a Japanese dating simulator where
Uh-oh.
all of the characters except for you are pigeons.
Oh God, that game.
Yep.
And they played a game of it by consensus, and they picked like the creepy doctor route, and it was like, oh, it was so fun. From what I heard, it was just hilarious, and I think that's why Kamal didn't get any. He wanted his, but Kamal actually had a handful of people come in late, and they just made it for the like discussion, which is fine. We love that. No one had the room after us, so we stayed for an extra 45 minutes and talked. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of positive things because I feel like all I'm saying is negative because.
Well, you got some recruitment in, so that sounds like out and positive.
Yeah, really.
We played.
If she joins the forums, we'll find a way to go to Australia.
I would love, not right now because it's hot as balls in Australia, but
it's cold as balls here.
It is 129 degrees Fahrenheit in parts of Australia right now. So
sounds legit.
Go check my Facebook page. I posted today's weather.
Yeah, cold as balls.
cold as balls.
No, but what was I gonna say? Some highlights. Meeting people in line at the masquerade was super cool. I ended up right next to a Hiccup. A really good Hiccup cosplay that was doing a walk on, and like Tumblr ships Hiccup and Merida. So we were standing there the whole time, and he was like, "Hello," and I was like, "Oh, I don't have my ring on. I'm sorry." And it was really cool. And then also cosplay foam fighting was a maze. I had so much fun doing that. That was so much fun. And even though Kamal had the funniest wipeout, oh my god, it was so freaking funny. He was backing out toward the corner of like the marked off area, and there were cones at each corner, and he didn't realize the cone was behind him, and he just fell and just bounced on his tailbone. Ooh. And the thing is, Kamal is so like aware of his body and graceful, he never ever falls. So he fell, and me and Davis and Reagan were watching it. I like fell out of my chair. I was like on the ground gasping like, help, help. So I look over and Kamal's laughing and everyone's laughing, and oh, it was so much fun.
So so what we've learned is Unit 2 knows how to take a bump.
Yes.
Yeah, he knows how to fall gracefully.
That's a talent to have.
That is a talent.
Yeah, I don't fall
really
gracefully.
Is.
I fall and then I'm down. I'm like an old lady. I watched some kid fall at Collision. Like a little kid was running and like tripped and fell, and then like got up and was running again before I could blink. And I was like, if I fell like that, I would be down and yelling for help. Like, ah!
I'd have to throw up the X.
Help!
I would, dude. Speaking of wrestling stuff, and it's kind of sad. Did you see what happened today on Botchamania? About the zombie?
Yeah, I saw.
That's sad, isn't it?
It's to be expected.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the business, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he was like 38.
Yeah, it's to be expected, especially around, like, if you're a professional wrestler and you got in at just the wrong time, drugs leads to heart conditions, leads to death.
Yeah.
Which is really sad, but you come to get used to it, unfortunately. I mean,
God, that's such a sad thing to say.
It is.
Positively. Let's get back to positivity, for God's sakes.
I was thinking, just because we're getting kind of on in time with this, and we want to keep it on time. I wanted to put out.
The hell's the time limit?
I don't know. There's not a time limit. I just you want to keep things.
Screw the time limit. We've lost a podcast.
Yeah. But I want to pose a question to people that either comment or go on the forums. What do you want to see from this podcast in 2015? Because we've been operating off of like a set group of topics, and we're kind of running out of things to talk about. So it doesn't have to be about Ava. It can be about cosplay and geekery in general. But
you could ask us about fine artisan cheese. We'll answer stuff like that.
Yeah, ask us about whatever.
I will seriously talk for an hour about Japanese wrestling. Don't tempt me.
I would, honest to God, love to do like a crowd questions episode. Hey, a crowd questions episode. So
Good God,
well,
we should just do a crowd Skype one night.
or
See,
like a town hall, like an
a
AMA.
town hall meeting.
AMA.
We should. Just whoever wants to join in, just pop on, and if you can't talk, over Skype, you can type something, and we'll gladly answer questions.
I would love to do if we could have in some way like a live chat while we're recording the podcast and answer people's questions as we're recording. That would be super rad. But anyway, what I'm saying
if we could do that through Tiny Chat.
But I'm saying
there's two ways we could do this, and I'll talk to you later about them.
Deal.
What I was going to say is, friends, communicate with us. We are nothing without our audience. So please communicate with us.
Yeah, we're not unapproachable. We're not going to bite you. Well, maybe Ask will.
No, I'm not. No, I don't.
If they try to bother you while you're eating a bagel.
Just because I look mad all the time does not mean I am mad all the time, people.
Just because I'm bigger and just because I'm big and have a loud booming voice doesn't mean I'm going to hurt you.
Sure, loud booming voice. Yeah, whatever.
Dude, trust me, I've gotten yelled at for it.
Well, the entire time I've known you, I've never noticed it.
Yeah, that's because you're not at my job sometimes.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, hey,
guys,
I have to...
Guys, I'm holding hands with my dog.
To be fair, I have to also thank you for something, Gaynor.
What did I do?
What did I do?
You can't prove it.
No, yes, I can prove it. That's actually the problem. So I'm gonna, do the emotional thing again with Gaynor because you don't get left out.
Oh, good. So let's put on the feels music.
So back in 2011, I'm going to be completely honest, I was not as outgoing of a person as I seem, and I am at conventions or elsewhere now. And I went to Kuroshi for the first time to do the panel, as we previously mentioned, for the first time, because we were going to do it for Ascend, and I got in, Friday afternoon,
yeah,
and there was that big LAN party that was going on at the university.
Oh yeah,
and
that.
I was just gonna stay in my hotel room the entire night and just gonna kind of just do that and then go the next day. And you convinced me to come and be sociable, and it was probably the best thing you ever did. Because ever since that moment, I have been more outgoing and more socially, better. That's the way to put it. But I've been better at being social, and I've been less afraid to, interact with people. So thank you for, digging me out of my shell and getting me out of my damn hotel room.
No problem, dude.
Yay.
There's nothing I can't do, apparently.
Well, except find Orihime figures at conventions.
Let's not talk about that.
Nope. Talking about that one. Well, we already talked about it.
We did talk about that one.
Your reaction at this past ASEN.
I swear to God, if we go to a con and I find one now, I don't know.
Oh, no. I'm the one who's going to find it. I'm going to be like, hey, George, found it. You're going to be like, I hate you. It's like, I know.
We will literally be in the dealer's room for 5 minutes. You'll find it, and then I'm going to punch you in the dick.
Well, I'm gonna gloat at you. I'm gonna be like, hey, look what I found. Neener. Ow! I need those.
And then walking up behind you will be like the tag team of Tiffany Grant and Stephanie Shea, and I'll just be like, hey, look what I found.
God.
And I'm gonna and then when that tag team enters, we're gonna put on the Rockers theme. And if you don't know what that sounds like, just YouTube the Rockers and just giggle incessantly at, the 80s.
All right, well.
Yeah, I had one last thing we should do before we wrap this up. Since this is technically still the start of a new year.
Yes.
Predictions for 2015, and do not say Ava units are going to be real or Sele or anything like that, but like something Ava related that's possible.
Okay, that I do have.
Okay, what's up? So
the running rumor right now is because the artist who did the theme song for the first two Rebuild movies, what the hell is her name? Hikaru Utada. Mm-hmm. She did Beautiful World, which if you've heard, that's the song on the ending credits.
And also, she's also famous for Simple and Clean, the most famous weeboo anthem of all time.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Kingdom Hearts. When you walk away.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway.
Shotgun.
So back to the problem at hand.
Oscar's just going to keep doing that as he talks.
Anyway, so back to the issue at hand here. So there was this article I read on Anime News Network. She apparently has just gotten back off of a hiatus or something like that, and her label wants her to release a song. Now, the idea is that they want her to release this song in conjunction with a new Rebuild movie. But the big thing is her contract with her label ends at the end of 2015.
Uh-oh.
So because, obviously they would want to keep her doing something Ava-related because there's this whole association, they are pushing hard to get the last movie out by the end of the year.
Oh, God.
So we might finally have gotten the proverbial whip to get this shit going.
Yeah, sure.
So, yes. So the whip is being cracked. We might have a new Ava movie at the end of the year. That's my prediction.
I just want 3.33 on fucking DVD. I swear to God. That's all I want. That is all I want.
February is the date we're hearing.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, too.
I'll believe it when I'm buying the fucking thing at this point, okay? Fucking 3.33 is turning into goddamn Duke Nukem Forever at this point.
It better be HD out the fucking ass.
All right, what have you got, Asuka?
For what?
A prediction.
Sorry.
Predictions of 2015.
Angels will arrive, and we will pilot giant robots, and the world will end.
Sounds legit.
My prediction: high-waisted pants and Walkman just re-released the Walkman. So
What?
Walkman re-released the Walkman. It's
like
a handheld.
The cassette playing Walkman.
I don't know. I think it's like a handheld, but
if it's like
it's called a Walkman. So it's not like the Sony whatever. It's a Walkman.
If I see a Sega Saturn for sale anywhere, I'm gonna be like, okay, if it's happening, I should just go buy one. So in case if it does happen.
Wait, it was a Sega Saturn?
Yeah, that's what Asuka's playing incessantly. In the episode after her breakdown, it's a Sega Saturn at Hikari's house.
Why did I think it was a Dreamcast?
Because that would have been impossible.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it was a Saturn. Trust me on this one.
I'm gonna need picture verification on that because I got.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna start working on that while we finish this.
It could have been a 32X or a Sega CD.
No. It is not a 32X. I would know what a 32X looks like.
What about a Sega CD?
Thanks for listening to the Dummy Plug podcast. Bye, guys.
All right. Anyway, so
they're starting to get on tangents about video games. So.
I found it.
Okay, Iowa. While you post the picture, what was your prediction for 2015?
3.33 gets out on DVD in the United States finally, because they're going to have to do it if they're going to want to work on the Blu-ray box set.
Wait. Dude, that's not definitive. That's just a goddamn controller. And it's not even a Sega...
That's a friggin' Sega That's a Sega Saturn controller.
No, it's not. That's
yes,
just...
it
is! Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.
I'll do the bye, everyone. We're not done yet.
That's a Sega Saturn.
Damn it, Iowa. That's a 3-button controller for a Sega Genesis.
That's 6 buttons.
Or the 6-button. Whatever. Point
I will kill you.
Let it go, Iowa.
Let you down.
Dude, I'm looking at a picture on Wikipedia. It's a friggin' 6-button. That's a Saturn.
Anyway. And on that bombshell.
It all he's so
By the way, the Blackhawks won.
Yay!
Hey.
Score?
4-2 minutes ago.
Awesome. Anyway.
Oh, we forgot to talk about that crazy Studio Kara short that came out a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was crazy.
We have to talk about that.
We're not ending the podcast. We're doing this now.
Okay, fine.
Fuck this.
Okay,
that
so
is
Studio Kara.
One of the most what the fuck things I've ever seen.
Hold on, I want to talk about it.
Do it.
Studio Kara released. Studio Kara also released Me Me Me, which is really great. But there's an anime convention, an animation conference going on in Japan right now. That Oh
yeah, the Animator Expo.
Yeah, and different studios are releasing shorts to demonstrate what they're good at, and so naturally, Studio Kara released an Ava short because that's their main purpose. That's their franchise right now. So they released this awesome short set to Danny Boy. Actually,
I didn't even realize it was Danny Boy.
Danny Boy. It's Danny Boy, and it's really good, and that's all I can really say about it.
Danny Boy.
Just because I could spend literally an hour talking about it, and I don't want to. So it was just really good. It was really good, and I think that it's a big indicator of what 3.0 plus 1.0 is going to have in it.
Danny Boy?
A lot of exploring ruined cities and stuff.
Honestly, if that's what it is, I am completely and utterly okay with this, because honestly, sounds more cohesive than some of 3.33 as much as I like 3.33, and it would be a completely different, direction for the Ava franchise. I'd actually like that. I really would.
They just wander off somewhere and die?
No, it's okay. It's almost like the journey of Moses and his people. It's like the journey of the Ava pilots to their promised land, whatever that is. I think it's a good idea. I really do.
I'm pretty sure I don't want to know what their promised land looks like.
Somewhere where they're happy. Somewhere that doesn't have the bullshit that they've been dealing with for most of their lives.
So this is going to end up in the Shinji Ikari Raising Project. I swear to God, I'm saying this now. If somehow the crap...
Oh, if they do this, your head's exploding.
If the Sadamoto manga all of a sudden becomes canon because they linked it into frickin' Rebuild, I am going to lose my shit.
Your head's gonna explode.
Oh.
Actually, no, just to piss you off, it's gonna turn into Campus Apocalypse.
Oh God, if it turns into Campus Apocalypse, the fans will have a shit fit.
The fans already had the fans always have a shit fit. That's why End of Ava exists.
True. And because they actually got budget, but that's another story.
Money? What is this money you speak of? It's something you spend to buy things. What?
All right, so we were talking about... What the fuck were we talking about?
That new short from Kara.
That thing, yeah.
Which, A, it looks amazing.
Yes.
And B, I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, it was just...
So par for the course.
So, okay, yeah, so it's End of Ava.
I think it was a little tasty taste to keep all of Studio Kara's fans interested in Ava while the series the series from stagnating.
I know what it is. It's the episodes 25 and 26 of the Rebuild series.
Can I strangle him? I'm gonna strangle him.
All it needed was a Crayola crayon drawing and it would have been perfect.
That's it. I'm strangling you. Or the next time I see you, I'm just going to have a pile of paper with me, and I'm just going to throw it in the air at you and just walk away.
All right. Anyway, and on that bombshell. Let's wrap this thing up.
Good night, everybody.
Yes, thank you for listening. We will see you guys next time. Please listen in the future. We will have more episodes, more topics. Send us your topics. Jump on rebuildofevangelion.org and give us your topics.
Send us anything.
For the love of God, talk to us. We want to hear. I know you guys comment on the comment section on the forum because I handle that.
We know y'all hear us.
We know you're listening.
We know who you are. I see you there.
Wait, we do?
I don't know. Guys.
Awkward.
Guess what?
What?
Guess what, guys?
Your dog just ate your mic?
No. My brother just got his 4th day off in a row of school.
Sweet.
All right, and if you have a snow day, enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
Be safe, drive safe if you don't need to go out of your house. If you're in the Midwest, if you're listening from the Midwest and you don't need to leave your house, don't leave your house. And if you're listening from Australia and you don't need to go outside, don't go outside because it's freaking hot out. So
basically half the world doesn't need to be going outside anytime soon. Gotcha.
Oh my God, I'm laughing. I just saw on the Rebuild page that the picture for the Thanksgiving episode is the plate, the Ava plate.
Oh, that.
I'm laughing. All right, good night, everyone.
Yes, good night. And if you're staying in tomorrow and you order food, make sure you tip your delivery drivers. Thank you and good night.
Please tip delivery drivers. Do that.
Yes,
please.
Bye.
Cotton candy, sweet and yellow.